Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of Zero Complot Reviews. In this episode, we're going to cover the Strike Rouge, the original one, with the I.W.S.P. So this is the original release, I believe, of the Strike Rouge. Now let's compare it to, and I'm going to compare it to the newer release, like I did the Strike and the original Strike and so on and so forth. So I've basically picked this up because I really just like the backpack. And yes, I know the stand is just going side to side and not doing the 360. Give me a second. I believe it's this button that will fix that. If it doesn't, well, I'll just continue doing the opening as is. Hey, it worked. Okay, so like I said, I mostly picked this up because I really like the backpack, and all striker packs will work for everything that's technically a strike, or a variant of the strike, or a descendant of the strike, even up to the modern day, which is great. You know. So let's get into the review when we talk about the positives, the negatives, and the flaws of the Strike Rouge and the backpack. So here's the Strike Rouge with the I.W.S.P. with everything that comes in box. It only has two hands, so the two hands attached, so that's an issue, but you know, you can roll with it. So it has no open hand for dramatic poses, so unfortunately I had to take the L on that. But it comes with the original shield, which is very, very color inaccurate. That's the thing about the older version of the Strike units from the original release of the Gundam Seed models. They suffer from massive color inaccuracy. And majority of these stickers are actually for the backpack unit, not the Strike Rouge itself. All this came for stickers for this is the eyes. That's it. Which on one hand is great, but on the other hand it doesn't have the camera stickers like the other strikes. Again, the shield is inaccurate, and decals, which only came with 3, I believe. Yeah, 3. One for the shoulder, one for the foot, and one for the back of the wing here. It's like the PMP. Yep, that's it. Those are where the decals went. Which the one thing I do have to say about the older Gundam Seed units, I do like the decals. But that's just me. A beam effect part for the beam boomerang that's holed into the shield. This is not unlike the same beam boomerang you get from the Justice Gundam or the Infinite Justice. And I think for the lesser extent the Destiny Gundam. So if you like those guys, hey, there you go. Alright, so let's take a good look at this guy here. Well, lady, Gundams have no genders. Like all the older kits of the Gundam Seed, the weapons are very loosely held in there, as you can clearly see, which is fairly annoying. Like I said before, the shield is not color accurate. Parts of this, like right here, here, up here, hell, here, are supposed to be dark gray and black. They couldn't even give us stickers for it. They just said, hey, good luck, paint it. They gave a little bit more color accuracy on the backpack, but not by much. Speaking of the main event here. Yeah, by the way, the sword just kind of sit in there. Oh, good. You can just stand up like you're Michael Jackson, leaning at an angle. Like the swords here. That piece right here. It's supposed to be red. On both sides. But they just gave us a hunk of white. So, if you want color accuracy, paint. That's the downside about this kit. These older Gundam Seed kits. You need to paint them. At least, like I said, when I did a lot of the other units, you can, you know, especially on the modern day Gundams, you can make it work for what it is. You need the paints for the little detail work, but that's about it. older Gundam seed kits, you gotta paint them to make it accurate. And that's, some people love that. And, that's them, and I can respect that. But some people just want to step together and you're good to go. And have it more or less be close to accurate. But not completely. And these swords just slide into the hand. And personally, I think it's kind of annoying that you can't even really lock these in. As you saw, they can just fly out if you move the backpack. They just kind of gently slide into here. So sometimes they fall out, sometimes they don't. So good luck with that. Because that's going to be annoying. Oh, yeah, and the fins kind of pop off sometimes if you're not careful. So be careful with the fins on the back. They may not want to stay. So maybe glue them, maybe don't. Maybe mine is just wonky. I don't know. Also, the articulation on the wings are not that great. They're good. They're better than I thought it would be, but they're very tight. So be careful. I'm afraid to break them. Sorry, Doug's wanting to be in the show again. The guns go up and down. You got you can move in 360, which is great. And again, they got stickers on top for attempt at color accuracy. But I've noticed a lot of the older kits, the stickers don't, stick too long. Like sometimes they just stop popping off. I don't know if it's because the glue is aged out or whatever. So just be careful with the stickers. And since I showed off the backpack, let's show off the beam saber. By the way, pop, that's it. It kind of just, you can force it into that tiny hole. It can hold it for a bit. But they're not known for longevity. So, and that's it. You just pop the beam effect into there. You can hold, the Gundam holds it right here. That's it. Alright, now let's compare this guy. Oop, there he goes. There it slides. To its counterpart, the original. Well, I want to say the original, but the remake of the Strike Rouge. And whoop, here it is. The one thing I have to say, I do prefer the coloring of the original. At least for the limbs, because it's a more obvious pink to it, while this one looks more white in the comparison. I know my lighting isn't great, so it doesn't really show it, but yeah, this is more of a light pink, borderline on white, while this is a darker and a hardier pink. So for the color accuracy, the older one is more superior, but since I've done the review on the articulation and all the fun stuff of the Strike Rouge, this is just, and I've done the articulation and all that of the old Strike, this one has better posability and it's more accurate to the show and more color accurate. But if I could somehow transfer the color brightness of the pink onto the original Strike Rouge, the newer Strike Rouge, that thing would be perfect. But honestly, other than that, there's nothing awful about this. Like I said, the articulation is meh. That's the leg going all the way up backwards. This is the leg going all the way up forwards. I'm just going to keep the shield because, let's be honest, they ain't going to go that much farther. Because again, wow, the shield is not even getting in the way. That's as high as the arm goes. I keep forgetting how bad the articulation used to be on these things. And that's how high the arm goes. Ugh, this is, again, color vibrancy, great. Articulation, garbage. So, yeah, let's wrap up this review of the Strike Rouge. And, though I do, before I go on that, I do like the fact that you have two shields. So, if you don't want to throw on the machine gun shield, I don't know why, you can have this nice pink shield. Hey, if you like pink, I don't judge. Galactus, Kamen Rider Decade, Kamen Rider Zeo, all rock the pink armor. And they destroy worlds. So, respect to the pink, man. Let's get into the review. Oh, summary of the review. So, personally, I think the Strike Rouge with the I.W.S.P pack is a good kit. But it suffers from the same flaws as the OG Strike from the original release of the Gundam Seed kits. So, you're not going to get any good posability out of this. So, just get that out of the way. Don't expect much when it comes to that. I do love the backpack, even if it's fundamentally flawed in some locations, like the swords don't stick, the wings are a bit tight to hold on to, aren't tight enough to hold the swords, the wings are a bit kind of hard to move, so you could accidentally break it. The wings on top could pop off, which is obnoxious. It's not 100% color accurate, so that's a problem with the kit in general. So, like, if you have a bunch of paint on hand, go for it. If you don't, and you like the Strike Rouge, go for it. Because it's a shame they never released this version of it out. They do have a master grade, but they never re-released the backpack as a high grade, which I found. Now I've re-released it as an upgraded high grade, which, you know, kind of makes me sad. Because re-releasing that backpack with the new technology we have for the plastics, we could have more color accurate, yeah, can't speak this morning, accurate armor and coloring to it, except leave the Strike Rouge, the body alone, because it looks more like the show, minusing the part in the chest that's pink that should be black. Like on the remake version. Aside from that, this thing is more accurate to the color of the shell than the remake was. But hey, you take some, you lose some. There's several parts of it that should be black, then it's completely pink, like in the arm, like part of the shoulders and the chest. But you can make do. Like I said, you need black. You need paint. A good amount of paint, and you could make this more accurate to the show. But if you don't want it to be, hey, then leave it as is and have a really interesting looking Strike with a really cool backpack. So if you want one of your own, check the links down below. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Will I do possibly another Mono Eye, or due to the release of the Red Rider, a review of one of my favorite Gundams of all time, the Pale Rider. Catch you guys in the next episode.